What's up, my fellow nerds? I'm here to give you what, in my opinion, are the three biggest sleeper cards of 2020. So cards that really shot up in price that I really didn't expect. And I'm going to give you the reasons, where they were, what they're worth now, and then obviously, you know, what everyone wants to know, cards you should have bought. You know, like I'm telling you now, hey, you should have bought these back then. But obviously you can say that in the, you know, now that we are where we are, we've seen them. But this video, it might make you feel a little bit sad about the fact that you didn't buy these cards. And I wanted to make it cards that are like reasonable, like not first edition Charizard that's, you know, was thousands of dollars to begin with. It's like achievable cards that were readily available that just shot up in price kind of like that over like a month or less. So first off, first card, and this you might question this a little bit. The third biggest sleeper card is Holo Charizard from XY Evolutions. I said it wouldn't be first edition Charizard because those were never obtainable, but this Charizard from XY Evolutions, when I pulled it, it was worth like $33. So this would have been like towards the beginning of the summer. Not a crazy amount for a Pokemon card when you're talking about like the popular one. It's obviously not cheap. Most of like even ultra rares are like $1 or $2, but $30 when it was pulled is not crazy when it has a current market value of about $100. Obviously sales range, they can go like if it's a big auction on eBay, it can range from, you know, 60 to $100. Obviously they can range depending on if it's an auction or if it's buy it now or how the price goes, but they pretty much go for around $60 to $100 raw on eBay, or TCG Player can sell them for around there. That's about what the market price is. This is surprising, like it tripled in price over a couple months, and the reason I put this as number 3 is because this card has been in print for 4 years, dog. XY Evolutions came out in 2016. If you look at this card, it has 2016 on the bottom. So people have had 4 years to grab this, and it's pretty much been consistent. Like there's no crazy price increases. The PSA sales were rather consistent as far as their sales graphs go from graded cards, and then it just exploded out of nowhere with the popularity of Pokemon and Charizard coming popular on its own. And recently one of them sold for $7,000. Obviously the PSA 10, perfect condition, but $7,000 from when they were trading at $350 to $500 in May and July. That is an insane increase as far as percentage wise, and just, I mean, cost and total for a 2016 Pokemon card that was in print for 4 years, only just recently went out of print, which obviously helps to drive the value up. But even then, with so many out there, it's kind of nuts. There are only 185 PSA 10s total with only 93 sales. So the population isn't crazy high, but again, it's not super low, and there was plenty of time to grab these cards. So right now, PSA 10, where, you know, it was $350 to $500 in July, is right now chilling at about $3,500 to $4,500, with the last sale being for $4,500 on January 6th. I think it was on eBay. It'll be on the screen. I'll show you the last sale, which is insane. And then you look at PSA 9s, it gets pretty nuts as far as numbers go. Population is over 4,700. There's only 185 of the PSA 10s, but you go to PSA 9, it immediately shoots up to 4,700 PSA 9s. I'm not sure what mine would be. I know it wouldn't be a 10. There's a little bit of whitening on top, so probably an 8, maybe a 9 if I was lucky, but it's not going to grade. I'm not going to get it graded. But anyways, they still range from like $300 for a PSA 9, which is pretty nuts because that's pretty close to what a PSA 10 was a couple months ago. And then that's up from about $60 to $100 from the same period, May to July. And the most recent sale, which is crazy, was $692. So PSA 9 for almost $700. Unreal. This surprises me because of, like I said, how long it's been in print, how many there are. 4,700 PSA 9s. They're not particularly rare. And just the fact that it's been reprinted so many times. You got base set, you got base set limited, you got base set 2, you got XY Evolutions. It's not an original card, and I get that people want the nostalgic feeling, but it's kind of crazy. Like, how many times can they keep pumping out the Charizard cards that people are still going to buy? I mean, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I wonder if they reprint a 2020 type XY Evolutions, I wonder how that Charizard would do if the number on the bottom was just 2020 instead of 2016. I guess 2021. I'd be curious. It might be possible with the 25th anniversary, but I don't really see it happening. We'll see, I guess. Maybe that's why they stopped printing XY Evolutions. I'm getting off on a tangent. Up next, the second most surprising card to me, Shining Rayquaza. I try to pick cards that I have, and also, again, like I said, cards that were obtainable. Alright, last pack magic, let's do it. In my last video, we had some sick last pack magic, so what can we get in this one? Scraggy, Croconaw, Jinx, Pikachu, Ekans, Croconaw, Shining Rayquaza, let's go! Dude, that's exactly the one I was after. So, Shining Rayquaza, I think it was $27 was the TCG going price when I pulled it. So it was about $30. Same as the Evolution Charizard. Not a crazy card. And now, raw, they're selling $100 to $200 on eBay. Obviously, depending on things like if it's an auction, if it's a buy it now, people looking at the pictures and deciding how much they think it's worth. There's obviously some variation, but it's crazy to me because just over the summer there were tons of Raichu collection boxes, like the Shining Fates, which is Shining Legends, which is where I pulled that one from, and I price matched them for, I want to say like $14, down from 30 or whatever MSRP is, which is pretty crazy. I got very fortunate to get them for so cheap because GameStop had them listed. We price match at Target, but the point is there were just so many. Right now, PSA 10 sales for this card are about $300 to $400. And there's been 160 sales of them, and they were $80 in May. So they over quadrupled in price if you're going from 80 to 400, which is crazy. Again, it's not nearly as much as the Charizard, which went from, you know, 350 to 7K, but still, it's a pretty nuts increase over something that has. This isn't nearly as high a population of PSA 9, but the PSA 10 has 612. So there's 612 Shining Rayquazas. Not sure what mine would get. If you guys wanna take a guess at it, let me know in the comments what you think mine would get. The centering looks perfect to me. I mean, I'm looking at it. It'll be on your screen too. But there's probably some whitening on the back or something. And then there's 658 PSA 9s. And in May, you get a PSA 9 Shining Rayquaza for $20, which is insane. And now they're just over $100. So they're not super expensive, but still times 5 in price. $20 for a PSA 9 in May is nuts. It's kind of like, ooh, you really hate to miss out on these. The last one, the one that surprised me the most, the one that hits closest to home for me, is the Sword and Shield 20 Pikachu Full Art promo. This one's crazy to me because raw, this card is going for $40 to $50. Unreal. $40 to $50, and the collection box is $60 to $80 when it's sealed. I bought 4 of these collection boxes, and obviously I gave away the duplicates like I do, so I gave away 3 of them. I got 1 left. I bought 4 collection boxes for $11 each this summer. I paid $11 for those lads, gave away the extra cards, and now this baby is $40 to $50. Insane. I don't understand. Like, I never would have expected that to go up. Pikachu, I guess, but I wouldn't have thought it would go up so much just because it has the starters there, which really dates it super hard. If it was just a Pikachu, like, I would get it. It would be dated by the date of the card itself, but it would be at the same time kind of timeless, like the Charizard is. This is Pikachu. Like, Pikachu's always been around, always will be, as far as Pokemon is concerned. And I mean, the starters is why that surprised me. I would have expected him to hold the price down a little bit. So there's 42 PSA 10s, so super low population, only 54 PSA 9s. There's really not a whole lot of graded cards. Maybe there's a whole bunch of these backed up at PSA right now, who knows. But in August, $120 was a reasonable price for a PSA 10, and the lowest one sold for $35 in September, which, you know, is super crazy. $35 for a PSA 10, which is now going, like, they're $40 to $50 raw. The most recent PSA 10 sale was on the 28th of December, and that baby sold for $448.88. So a $450 card-ish, you know, if you're lucky on the buyer, when I paid $11 each for 4 of these babies and 4 packs just a couple months ago. It's just crazy how the market's gone. There's 54 PSA 9s. They're about $60 each. The average range for a PSA 10 is about $120, but PSA 9 is about $60, and there's only been 5 sales of PSA 9s. So the population's super low. These, to me, are the 3 biggest sleeper cards of 2020. I'm curious if you think there's anything else that belongs. Like a card that was pretty obtainable as far as price range, like at $50 and below, and then just exploded in the last couple months. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree or disagree with my opinion in the comments. And then make sure you smash sub, join the Nerd Herd, and come back for more videos. Peace out.